Cyber City Oedo 808 is a little blast from the 90s past. Good God, that's a mouthful. As I was putting together my first anime Dropout video, this little OVA series came back to me, and I managed to find it on YouTube. It instantly became the story I needed to start my journey back to the animes. Now flash back with me to the late 2000s, as I found this little gem in a Demonoid pack with some high school buddies. And it's still memorable, even though I've only seen it once. It's got cheesy schlocky stories, interesting characters, cheesy dubbing and dialogue, great soundtrack, great art, great animation, it's got it all. But underneath all of that lie poignant themes of finality, loss, the passage of time and death. And it didn't radically change the anime world like Akira did, or even land in the mainstream, but it's definitely worth the 2.5 hours in this world with these characters and stories. Quick to jump in, get the good shit, and quick to jump out. The English dub and dialogue. Honestly, this is what gives the show the sauce.
Hey, fuck you! You know far too much already, you son of a bitch! You be sure to say hello to Jesus for me!
It's hilarious and over the top.
Where are you cocksucking son of a bitch?
It's so good.
I didn't order a pizza. You must have the wrong address. Try down the road.
It's what's most memorable, and for good reason. I stated in my last video that I don't generally like dubs, because a lot of the time the voices don't match up for me.
Let me show you one more time. Just like this and...
or line up with the original material. But this is one of those exceptions where the dub and English dialogue just shines.
Oh shit!
The loudmouth, hothead Sengoku swears in almost every sentence.
Look, just fuck off, will ya?
He'd fit in perfectly with the Sunnyvale Trailer Park.
Yeah, yippee, whoop the fucking do. Just piss off and let me enjoy my motherfucking hangover in peace.
And it perfectly fits his character and his attitude. Gogol, on the other hand, is given a more gravelly, deeper voice, which lines up with his more reserved character aspect. And sometimes it's downright cheesy, and that's what gives it some of its charm. But other times, it helps flesh out the characters and their interactions with one another in just 3 episodes, with the bare minimum character development. The stories. So Policeman Hasegawa pulls 3 convicts from prison, puts death collars on them, and puts them to work. That's pretty much the story in a nutshell. Each episode focuses on one character, but all 3 are present in some capacity. Quick character highlights. So Goku is the loudmouth hothead, Gogol is the actual Cyberpunk, and Benton is this androgynous pretty boy who razor wires the shit out of people. God, what's with anime and its thing for hair? We see very different characters thrown into very different situations, and we're seeing how they work through those stories. I like that the stories fit in thematically with the vibe of these characters. Sengoku is over the top through and through, and his story plays like an over-the-top cyberpunk Die Hard movie. This contrasts with Benton's muted, supernatural murder mystery.
Vampires.
Gogol's story, which features all 3 characters more evenly, plays out as a straightforward action movie, complete with an epic showdown at the end. Gogol and Benton's stories test them, leaving them hurting and fucked up by the end. They're victorious, but it wasn't an easy win, and their conclusions feel earned. As I watched the last one, it really got me thinking that one of the central themes is finality. The vengeful biohorror achieves its finality through getting revenge and getting put to rest. Gogol and his ex-partner have to accept the finality of their shared chapter together, while Benton is able to lay a cryo lady to rest and kill the immortal corpo boss at the end. The sense of finality where everything has a start and that all things must come to an end. And it's that theme that I didn't expect in this short OVA series, but I think it's fitting nonetheless. Animation and artwork. Now, anime wouldn't be anime without the art and the animation. It's in the name. Now, this might just be me, but animation as an art form has only really been getting its well-earned respect in the mainstream within the last decade or 2. And I've always been impressed with 20th century animation. The expertly drawn artwork pieces, the craftsmanship of the animation, animating it frame by frame to put it all together, and making it look seamless to convey a story and emotion is no easy feat. A true labor of love art form. That's the animation of my childhood, and has intrinsically informed my opinion of animation and storytelling from that very young age. To tell stories that feature interesting, unique characters that we can connect with and feel emotion. A lot of times in ways that couldn't be captured in live action.
You want to team up? I was thinking a 60-40 split. Going my way, of course.
No! 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 No!
This anime is no exception, with the level of detail in the artwork and animation. There are a few wonky areas where the animation is a tad bit dated or downright bad, but it's far in between, and I found the color palette to fit the dark tone of the stories perfectly. There are only a few scenes in the daytime, with most of the action happening at night, and so the color palette is saturated in blues, purples, and blacks, and this makes the bright colors pop even more, and it really builds the cyberpunk vibe around our characters and gives it that unique look. The music. The last strong point is the music. Music is integral in anime, and I know that opening and closing songs are often viewed as highlights, but I got a hot take here. I don't particularly like a lot of anime opening and closing themes.
Then I just don't care.
They just aren't my jam. There are a few that got me going, oh damn.
Hey, that's pretty good.
But they are far in between. 808 fits in the middle. The opening theme is cool, whereas the closing ballad is totally forgettable, but both are skippable in my opinion.
I just don't care.
On the other hand, the music during the episodes, super solid. Sounds just like what I would expect from a show from this time period. The music in Benton's episode got me thinking of the early X-Files music. That episode definitely has X-File vibes. And this came out before the X-Files was even a thing. As Gogol is led up to the final boss battle, the music kicks in with a drum beat and a bare-boned synth. Before a totally rad guitar part kicks in that perfectly sets the tone for the fight ahead.
Nice, safe front row seats.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff. I would totally add these to my Spotify playlists. This show definitely has its share of flaws, but they aren't dominating or distracting. Sengoku, Gogol, and Benton are basic characters with the absolute minimum development and relying on standard tropes and stereotypes. Now normally, for a film or TV series or season or whatever, I wouldn't be a fan of this at all. Writing is so incredibly important and should never take the back seat or the easy way out. And as you're all continuing to learn about me, it's something that I think about quite frequently when I'm watching something. With a 3-part series like this though, there really isn't going to be a lot of time to develop character and plot and world building. Each part is 45 minutes, so it's going to run skim, and the deep, hell, even shallow character development isn't prioritized because it's not vital to the stories. You just need enough to get into the game and get going. Outside of our 3 main characters and antagonists, we have an extremely weak supporting cast, with the exception of Varsus, Sengoku's robot companion. And that's a stretch because it's a logical robot.
Fuck off. This is a phrase you frequently use erroneously.
But Sengoku's over-the-top personality perfectly clashes with the cold, logical nature of Varsus and produces some really great dialogue. In conclusion, Cyber City Oedo 808 is a solid 3-part OVA anime to power through in an afternoon. It knows what it is and leaps into it with both feet. The outrageous and hilarious dub was stuck with me for years, but it has some subtleties to the story that are unexpected. To me though, the series only has the major drawback of character development, or lack thereof. And for a 3-parter, that's totally fine. I only wish there were more episodes because I could definitely spend a season with these characters. For this first jump into anime, this was a good start and I'm leaving it with a 7 out of 10. Go check it out on YouTube where all 3 episodes are available to watch. And if you have any recommendations for good anime to check out, be sure to leave a comment below and I'll take a look to see what I want to embark on next.